Tristan Michael Stevens of Twin Valley, Minnesota, is out of the hospital and in the Becker County Jail, facing a long string of charges following his wild and dangerous arrest in Detroit Lakes on May 21st. A reading from the Statement of Probable Cause with the names of witnesses and officers omitted. On May 21st, Detroit Lakes police officers went to the lodge on the lake in Detroit Lakes for a call of a disturbance. A male identified as Stevens was the source of the disturbance. There had been other disturbances earlier that day involving him. When an officer arrived, Stevens was sitting on the roof of his car in front of the main doors of the lodge. Stevens appeared to be very agitated. As the officer approached, he yelled, "Go now before I kill you. I will kill you right now." The officer then saw Stevens get up and get into the driver's seat of the car. The officer ordered him not to, but Stevens went into the car anyway. He eventually drove off, and the officer followed him with his lights activated. Stevens then stopped his car and got out. The officer parked behind him. At this time, another sergeant with the Becker County Sheriff's Office arrived and was parked in front of Stevens. When the police officer got out as well and was standing near the driver's door, Stevens got back into his car, threw it in reverse, and rammed into the officer's car. The sergeant watched Stevens look at him and then drove the car forward at the sergeant. The sergeant was standing outside of his squad car and had to put his arms down and push off the hood of the car to avoid being run over. When Stevens drove at the sergeant, he feared for his life, according to the Statement of Probable Cause. Stevens then fled. Officers pursued him. They eventually forced him to stop near Casey's by ramming into his car. Stevens got out of his car and started fighting with law enforcement. He was tasered and continued fighting. Stevens bit officers, causing bodily harm. Eventually, a Becker County sheriff arrived, and Stevens was finally arrested and taken to the hospital. Well, he's out of the hospital now and facing 6 felony charges involving first-degree assault of peace officers, damage to property, and fleeing. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.